2017 has been a big year for beef and drama here on YouTube, and it seems like now more than ever, tons of YouTubers are voicing their opinions of each other, and new drama is popping off daily. So today, guys, we're going to take a look at 7 YouTubers that hate each other. And guys, so we can hit 1,000 likes on this video, make sure you hit that like button in the next 10 seconds, or a reindeer will crash through your ceiling and just destroy all your stuff. Your room will be a complete mess. You don't want that to happen. And real quick, I just want to let you guys know that down in the comments, we pin an Amazon gift card on every single video, so make sure you guys drop a like on the video, show some support for that, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and turn those notifications on. That way you have a really good shot at being one of the first people to the video to get that Amazon gift card. You have to be subscribed with notifications on to win, so make sure you guys do that. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into this video. Leafy and Dubbbz. Now, I probably don't even need to go into too much detail on this one. I'm sure you guys all know about the situation that happened. Leafy was one of the fastest growing channels in 2016. He was blowing up over the course of just a couple of months. He shot up to over 4 million subscribers, and it looked like he was just going to dominate YouTube. But then Dubbbz made one of his content cops on Leafy. A lot of people really give this content cop the credit for kind of destroying Leafy's career. He went from being one of the fastest growing channels on YouTube to losing subscribers for almost a year straight. Dubbbz content cop really tore down Leafy. It really pointed out a lot of flaws in Leafy's videos and how repetitive they were. And after this video, Leafy's channel has just never been the same. So I think it's pretty safe to say that Leafy probably doesn't like Dubbbz, and Dubbbz definitely doesn't like Leafy. KEEMSTAR and H3H3. Now, this is actually a pretty recent beef that's been going on, and it's kind of weird. So earlier this year, when H3H3 first started his podcast, KEEMSTAR was actually one of the first guests on the podcast. And it seemed like everything was fine there. It was an entertaining episode of the podcast. They had a normal conversation. There wasn't really anything that happened. But recently, there's been a lot of beef between KEEMSTAR and H3H3. And I think it all kind of started around when the PEWDIEPIE situation happened, where PEWDIEPIE said the N-word on a live stream. H3H3 responded and talked about it in a podcast and said, he was really disappointed in PEWDIEPIE. And then people started calling H3H3 a hypocrite because he said the N-word a lot during his podcast with Dubbbz. KEEMSTAR then reported on people calling H3H3 a hypocrite because H3H3 was getting like thousands of dislikes on his podcast. So KEEMSTAR reported on it on Drama Alert, and then H3H3 during another podcast really went off on KEEMSTAR. He was drunk, he was ranting, and he just kind of went in on KEEMSTAR, and that's really what started their beef and showed that there was some pretty obvious issues there. And since that moment, there's been a lot of back and forth on Twitter with just random things. It seems like they made peace. They both kind of went out of their way on Twitter to just say, you know what, I'm done. We're not gonna argue about stuff anymore. So it seems like they're not really beefing anymore, but I think that they definitely still don't like each other. Faze and HonorTheCall. I'm sure a lot of you guys know who Faze is, but you might not know who HonorTheCall is. HonorTheCall is a smaller YouTuber, but he's made a lot of videos exposing people on YouTube for, either scamming their fans or doing really shady stuff on YouTube. And HonorTheCall actually made quite a few exposing videos on Faze and, specifically Faze. One of the instances was with Faze where HonorTheCall said that there was a giveaway, and the people that won this giveaway never received their prize. So HonorTheCall made a video calling him out for this. Faze tried to defend himself and said that he partnered up with a company to do the giveaway, and that company was supposed to be the ones handing out the prizes. He had no part in, handing out prizes or anything like that, but still the blame falls on him for, fans not receiving their prize. And then HonorTheCall also made videos about Faze and CSGO Wild, which is kind of like a gambling site similar to CSGO Lotto with T Martin. Faze ended up uploading like a video ranting about this whole thing. I don't think he ever said HonorTheCall's name, but he was very angry. He was kind of yelling, and clearly he was very upset about this because he felt like everyone was lying about him. He was being targeted for no reason. And clearly, Faze and HonorTheCall both do not like each other. KSI and Joe Weller. Now, this is another beef that was really big this year. I'm not really sure exactly where it stemmed from, why they have so many issues together, but they've been promoting like an official YouTube boxing match that's coming up at the beginning of 2018. And there was an event that they both went to where they were kind of promoting the fight. They had like different panels and stuff. And during one of the panels, KSI and Joe Weller got in each other's faces. They started yelling. They actually almost fought at the event. KSI threw a table. It was a really heated moment. KSI was making fun of Joe Weller, taking shots at him, and he said something along the lines of that Joe Weller is crazy and depressed and needs medication, and said that he needs his medication, I guess to calm him down or whatever. And Joe Weller took it as KSI was making fun of depression. That caused a whole big thing, and ever since then they've been beefing back and forth on Twitter, a lot of shots being thrown at each other, just saying a lot of crazy stuff. I'm not sure if this is all hype for their fight that's coming up, or if this is true tension and beef. It definitely seemed real during this event when they were face to face and arguing, so clearly these guys do not like each other. Jake Paul Paul and the Clout House. So I decided to put the entire Clout House in one category together because, I mean, I could talk about each of them individually, but we're going to be talking about Ricegum, Faze, and Alissa Violet. They've all had some pretty serious issues individually with Jake Paul. We'll start off with Ricegum. So of course, Jake Paul made a song, Everyday Bro, where he dissed Alissa Violet. Alissa Violet went and got Ricegum, and they made their response song, Every Night Sis, where they dissed Jake Paul pretty hard, and that's kind of where the whole beef started at. That song also caused a situation with Chance and Anthony to confront Ricegum in person for talking badly about Tessa, and I guess calling her ugly because he said she's hideous in the song. They confronted him in person, and it was a really weird moment. And then of course recently Jake Paul had a rant in a video where he just for 15 minutes straight yelled and was angry about Ricegum. He called Ricegum his son, said he was his dad. He talked about how much more money he made. Like I said, it was honestly really weird to watch. And then even more recently, Jake Paul was on The Breakfast Club, which is like a hip-hop radio station that for some reason had Jake Paul on. I don't know why. And Jake Paul again started ranting about Ricegum on the show, saying that he killed Ricegum's career and saying that ever since he made a video about Ricegum's views have just plummeted, which of course is not true. Ricegum is honestly doing just as good as Jake Paul when it comes to views. If you compare their videos, they're pulling the same amount of views on each video, so I don't know why Jake Paul said that, but I guess he knew these radio people would believe him since they don't really have any idea who he is or anyone on YouTube. And then of course Jake Paul had the entire situation with Faze Banks, where he made a video saying that Faze Banks assaulted his assistant at a nightclub. We don't really need to get into too much detail on that. You guys all know about it, but clearly after that situation, there's no way that Faze Banks or Jake Paul are ever going to like each other. Plus, Faze Banks is also dating Alissa Violet, which Jake Paul said during that Breakfast Club interview that he loved Alissa Violet. That's definitely got to be a big reason as to why all this stuff has been happening. And then of course Jake Paul and Alissa Violet, again, no need to really do like an in-depth explanation. They both made cheating allegations against each other. Jake Paul claims that Alissa Violet slept with his brother Logan. He dissed her in the song as Everyday Bro. She came back with Every Night Sis. So clearly none of these people like each other. That's been very clear all year. It's been probably the biggest drama all year long, and I don't think any of them are ever going to like each other. KSI and PEWDIEPIE. Now KSI and PEWDIEPIE is an interesting beef that, that they kind of had. There's been a lot of tension between them for a couple of years now, and I'm not exactly sure where their beef or their tension starts from, but there's been a couple of different incidents that show that they really just don't like each other. So back in around like 2016, PEWDIEPIE uploaded a video complaining about YouTube drama. He said the drama on YouTube was just like, I guess, oversaturated. Everyone was talking about it. Everyone was trying to use anything drama related to get views, and he just made this video complaining about YouTube drama. And then KSI responded to his video with a video of his own, pretty much calling PEWDIEPIE a hypocrite, saying that he monetized that video complaining about YouTube drama, therefore he was making money off of YouTube drama. And this is kind of like the first time I saw any tension or beef between KSI and PEWDIEPIE, but there's also another incident that happened. A lot of you guys may have seen this video. It was a really successful video for PEWDIEPIE. He had a video called My New Car, something like that, but it's actually no longer on YouTube. The video was like a parody of all the YouTubers that make new car videos that show off their crazy supercars and stuff. PEWDIEPIE had like this really crappy beat down car and he was showing it off. It was honestly a really funny video and one of my favorite videos that PEWDIEPIE has ever made. In this video, he decides to drive around in this car blasting KSI's song Lamborghini. So he has the song turned up so loud that's like distorted and just sounds crazy. And he did this for like 30-45 seconds in the video, just driving around with it super loud and like filming people's reactions as he drives by. But that video ended up getting taken down because of like a copyright claim. I guess whatever label or whoever KSI is associated with when it comes to music, they took down that video because PEWDIEPIE used his song in the video. And that was kind of like the next step that showed that there was definitely still some kind of problems with PEWDIEPIE and KSI. Like I said, I'm not really sure where this all began. It just seems like they'd never really liked each other that much. I don't know why. There hasn't really been any issues with them recently or anything, and I'm pretty sure they also resolved the whole car video thing because PEWDIEPIE did talk about it on H3H3's podcast. And then KSI was like, well, if you would have just said something to me, we probably could have got it resolved because it wasn't me that did it. It was, his label or whoever he's associated with. But still, it seems to be, some tension between them. And it's clear they just don't really like each other. Wolfieraps and Chunkz. Now, this is a really interesting one. I'm not really sure how well it fits into this video, to be honest with you guys. But basically, if you guys don't know, Chunkz is also known as Asni. And if you don't know who Asni is, he was featured in Big Shaq's Man's Not Hot video. Big Shaq said his name a few different times in the video. So that's who Chunkz is. And recently, Chunkz had a beef with Wolfieraps, where he teamed up with like Wolfieraps' old crew Team Albo and made a diss track on Wolfieraps because Wolfie reacted to Man's Not Hot and laughed at Asni whenever he showed up on the screen. Now, Chunkz did say in his video that he was just doing this for fun because he didn't have any other ideas to make a video about. But with with the way that Wolfie responded in his diss track, it seemed like he was really going in and he seemed super serious. It's the most serious I've ever seen Wolfie in any video ever, so it seems like although maybe Chunkz was playing around, Wolfie may not have been playing around as much. I don't know, I mean there's really no way to tell for sure, but it definitely seemed like there was some tension there that goes beyond just playing around and making a fun video. It seemed really serious. Let me know what you guys think about that one down in the comments, because like I said, that one's a little bit different than the other ones on this list, where the other ones are very obvious and this one's just kind of like 50-50. But anyways, that is going to be it for the video, guys. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and turn those notifications on. It's been ExtractHub. We'll catch you guys later. Peace out.